Hi everybody, welcome to News and Views 808. It's our pilot show and we are going to be focusing on news on and around Kauai and throughout the galaxy for that matter, but we're going to be focusing on fresh news that's just happened here on Kauai or news that's coming up, events that are going to be coming up over the coming weekend. So this week was election week. And we hit the streets and we talked to a bunch of supporters of different candidates to try to figure out what makes these people tick. Why do they go out and wave signs around and blow kisses at each other? And let's take a look. Hi everybody, Dan Bonow down here. News and Views 808. And I thought that we should come down here to the county building during election time and be part of the big hoopla. Do you guys vote already?
Yes, I did.
What do you do about those county amendments and the council, all that? The Constitution.
You know, I had to redo my my ballot because I overvoted because I got confused on the question.
Yeah.
Crazy. It's really crazy. They should word it in plain English.
You got that, guys? Plain English. Do you know some plain English?
Yeah, not all them, what do you call political jargon? I got confused.
I think it was Polish.
Oh, if you ask me, it's Portuguese.
Well, thank you, and I hope all your dreams come true with the election. Okay, aloha. Thank you. So we're going to keep talking to some more voters and find out where the level of happiness is with the status quo. I think people are pretty happy right now. Dan Bonow here with News and Views 808, and I've got Jade here with me. Jade is all for Bernard Carvalho.
Yeah.
Do you pronounce it Carvalho or Carvalho?
I pronounce it like he pronounced it.
He says Carvalho? Oh, that's the way I would say it, Carvalho. Okay, so we think Bernard's going to get in.
Yeah, we hope. We
kind of think we do. Thank you very much. I'm going to go and talk to some of these guys for Kuali'i and see what they have to say. We're here at Kuali'i campaigning, and what would you say Kuali'i is standing for to you in this election? I don't know sign language, but I do know. Thank you guys, and thank you for representing America. That's what makes America a beautiful place, is you can have your own opinion over here. So keep that opinion rolling, and we'll go talk to some more people now. Aloha! We're going to go talk to some people who are voting for and suggesting that the rest of you guys vote for Duke Aiona. Let's go talk to them and find out what's making them tick. Hi, I'm Dan Bonow. I got a show called News and Views 808 over on A.K.A. Who is this guy you're voting for here?
Duke Aiona and Lynn Finnegan.
And why are you voting for those guys?
Mostly because I believe in fiscal responsibility and family values.
What, in a nutshell, is so good about Abercrombie?
Because he's a proven entity.
And how did he prove himself politically with you in a way that allowed you to come out here and wave signs? And what does he stand for politically, do we think?
Well, I think he brings a lot of substance to what he wants to do. He has good ideas. I believe he's a very intelligent guy. He can speak well. I think he's a great communicator. And I just like the guy because, like I said, he's a proven person to me.
I love that. I just like the guy. I like that. Hey, Dan Bonow here. We're down at Kalapaki Bay, and I'm here with Guy. What's your name?
Guy Holt.
Guy Holt.
Yes.
Give it up.
All right.
Thank you for volunteering to come here and talk a little bit about some political issues, because today is voting day.
That's a big question in my mind.
Isn't it?
Yes. Because what I understand was when my grandparents were born in the early 1900s, and they were promised land, and they never did get it, and it was taken away, and then they wanted to give it to them when they were already retired and set on a set income.
Oh, nice.
So they couldn't even afford to get it anymore. And then they died without ever owning their own home in their own homeland. It's a pity.
It's very much of a pity.
And they voted, and they were in the naval services for like 35 years. My grandfather was, and my grandmother was like 32 years.
Wow.
And it's a pity that they didn't get the accomplish what a lot of these guys that are so-called saying they're going to do for us now.
I know.
Because they think that we belong in the prisons so they can keep getting more federal grant money, but that's not the right way to use federal grant money because they're already in a big deficit already.
No kidding.
So what they need to do is clean those kind of guys out and start off fresh again.
So what would you recommend to the youth of Kauai when they're looking at such a lot of freedom that's been taken away from them?
I can officially speak for a lot of the youth over here on Kauai because they have a lot of their parents' anger from their parents being told that now you are Hawaiian because these are the Hawaiian Islands, when my grandparents raised me as a li'i nui and I'm royal bloodline, 75%. And now I can't even, I had a child at Wilcox Hospital over here on Kauai, and they wouldn't let me put a li'i nui on his birth certificate because
Of race?
it's almost like a discrimination act.
Wow.
For the government that's being run right now to not allow us to go ahead and do that. Yet they'll allow any other person from any other country in the world to come here, give them a house, give them welfare, give them medical, give them a driver's license, and they don't even have one. And then, but in the long run, they're not letting the people practice their cultural practices anymore. For instance, right now, the DLNR wants to say that the monk seal is from Hawaii. It's not from Hawaii. It was dropped off here in the early 80s by a few scientists.
You are
and they didn't make it all the way up to the northern islands because it was too rough at the time, so they dropped them on Kalalau, and now, till today, when the monk seal lands on the beaches, they have more rights than the people on the island. And they're not even from here.
Speaking of monk seals, the population is down by about 4% annually. Despite an increase in sightings, there are only about 1,100 of those little puppies left out there. Other invasive non-native species, however, seem to be on the increase. But because of their kind of random and unpredictable behavioral patterns, we don't have exact numbers on that right now. Back to election day. Look who we ran into right outside the studio here down on Rice Street at the log cabin building. Mel Rapozo, now one of our county council members again. Let's go take a look. Hey, we're down here and I just got lucky. It's me, Dan Bonow again, News and Views 808. I just found Mel Rapozo. Mel, I never met you before.
Neither have I.
Get to know yourself.
Learning a lot about myself, actually. But it's each of us trying to do what we can to make Kauai a better place, and we all come from different backgrounds, and it's such a diverse island. It's such a diverse council. So, you know, like in Facebook last night, I offered everyone good luck, and I just hope that, you know, at the end of the day, the voters decide.
Right on, right on. Well, thank you very much for taking some time out here during your apprehension and getting the festivities
sweating
already.
right there. Gotta get all these beverages and food ready.
I'll let you go,
and appreciate meeting you, man. You know, I gotta tell you, Kauai needs a venue, a vehicle that the people can hear real media, real stories, real controversy, and
Would you like to be involved with the thing? It's the pay is like I'm paying people in peanut butter sandwiches and stuff.
Hey, you know, I work for food, you know.
Cool.
No, I'd love to, you know.
I'll give you a call.
Yeah, please do, because I think the people of Kauai deserve to know what's really going on.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'd appreciate that.
Well, I'm kind of a new guy here. I've only been here 10 years, but that gives me the excuse to go in there and stir it up a little bit. Dig, yeah, like you said.
You know, and again, I think the people of this island deserve to really know, and the only way they're going to find out is by Hoike and public radio, and where people like myself, I've put videos and DVDs on Hoike on Channel 52 public access several times on issues that I felt were very important, that I obviously, you know, not going to be able to get on Channel 9 or Channel 2, but a lot of people watch Channel 52.
I'm surprised how many do.
Yeah, so I think you got a good thing going, man. I wish you luck.
Thank you very much. Welcome to the lifestyle segment of News and Views 808. This is Margie Berkman.
Aloha.
And Margie, what about the weather for last week?
Wow, those waves are massive, almost swept me away.
Speaking of lifestyle, what about this crazy bit that they just went into the Kalalau Valley and pulled out 1,000 marijuana plants, and who's paying for that? Us, the taxpayers, right?
Yeah, seems like a waste of time. Like
Did
to
you hear
put it
about
towards
that
something else.
proposition, what's it, Proposition 19 in
19.
California?
Yeah.
That thing failed by a small percentage. I'm kind of on the fence. In a way, I don't care if they make that stuff legal or not. What do you think? I mean, it seems like a waste of money.
Yeah, I could see that perspective. I see both sides, but personally, I think it's great to make it legal. Just why hide it?
Well, cigarettes are, why
pretend?
don't they make cigarettes
Or
illegal?
alcohol, for that matter. I mean, what's the difference, really?
Oh, shoot. You know what? This is supposed to be a good news show, but what about Andy Irons passing? That was so untimely, and a deep note of condolence, heartfelt condolence to all the Irons Ohana, and matter of fact, all the Kauai and surf community. In fact, let's all of us out there in listener land, viewer land, have a little bit of moment of silence for the untimely passing.
Remember that guy out of Calipico Bay?
The guy we were just checking out, yeah.
You don't have to like bring up this memory thing because it's just like, it just happened.
Hey, dummy, do you remember 2 minutes ago?
Whatever, freak show. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, go.